I've talked a lot about flirting on the Tripp Advice channel, but sometimes I just really feel like I need to come back to it for guys who are still new, who are still finding this channel, and just giving you an overall idea of how it works. So consider this like a mini guide to what flirting is and the why, when, and the how. So let's get into it. Why flirting? And why even think about doing this in an interaction with a woman? Well, first of all, you shouldn't just be doing it when you first meet her, but flirting happens throughout the entire course of a relationship. So if you're looking to meet a girl and get into a relationship, flirting starts from the moment you meet her all the way to the point where you guys are in a relationship and then out of a relationship. So flirting never stops. Why? Because flirting is the thing that makes things exciting between you two, which creates attraction. It creates sexual tension between the two of you, and that's something that should start from the very second you meet her all the way till, like I said, you guys are in a relationship. It's probably even more important when you guys are in a relationship because that's a common time where sexual tension seems to die. So flirting is important for those reasons. You're giving a woman a chance to become attracted to you when you're flirting. So what is flirting exactly? A lot of people think flirting is just things you say, but it's not. It's broken down actually into a few different categories, which we'll go into in just a second. But flirting is the mating dance. It's the thing that, like I said, creates the tension between you two. If there's no tension and things are very bland, it can just turn into a friendship. Sure, you can be physically attracted to someone, and that can be halfway there, right? But you still need that flirting aspect. I promise you, if you met a girl who was very physically attractive, but you went over there and you started talking to her and she was completely boring and she wasn't flirting with you in any way whatsoever, your attraction would start to die. Sure, maybe you'd still want to sleep with her because you're physically attracted to her, but it wouldn't go much past that, even get to that point. But on the other hand, if you met a girl who was, just somewhat attractive to you physically, and she was flirting with you, and she was giving you those butterflies and creating that sexual tension, you'd be more interested. This is the same thing for how it works with women, except it's even more powerful because women are more attracted to your personality and the way you're communicating with her versus your looks. That's why it's so important. So how do you do it? Well, I break it down into 3 different categories, okay? There is verbal flirting, there's physical flirting, and then there's flirting through your body language, which is in a way physical, but I put it in a different category because I think it's a little bit separate because it's something that you're doing. I'll explain in just a second. So verbal, physical, body language. These are the 3 ways that you can flirt with a girl. Again, when you first meet her all the way through the point where you guys are in a relationship, okay? So what is verbal flirting? Well, that's the things that you're saying. Those are the things that are coming out of your mouth. Things like teasing her, calling her a dork, calling her a nerd, saying something about her taste. Maybe she tells you that she likes a certain kind of music and you say, oh, we would never get along, that's the worst music ever. Right? So you're kind of teasing her a little bit. Compliments, but very, very, very seldomly. If you do it too much, then it seems like you're seeking validation and kind of makes you look weak because it seems like you're just giving her a compliment because you just want her to feel nice, so it's not so genuine. So a compliment every once in a while, saying that she's adorable. That's my favorite one. I say that on a lot of videos. Okay, so that's verbal flirting. A compliment every once in a while, teasing every once in a while. Disagreeing with her is actually flirting. So if she says something and you don't agree with it, in a playful way, you're saying, no, that's not true. No way. There's no way. Whatever she's saying, that's what you're going to say to her, right? Oh, there's no way. Nope, I don't agree with that. Nope, right? So this is kind of this push-pull mentality. You're pushing her away verbally by saying like, no, I don't think so. No, that's not something I believe in. No, I can give you examples, but it's really not going to matter because you should understand the concept behind it. It doesn't matter what it is, but you're just disagreeing with her. And by the way, don't just do this to flirt with her. Actually, if you just say it if you actually disagree. So look out for the things that you're talking about in an interaction. And then if you do disagree. A lot of guys will be the people pleaser, nice guy and just agree with everything she says. Oh, you like that? I like that too. Oh yeah, totally. Oh my God, we're like the same person. Women don't want to be with the same person. They want to be with someone who is a little bit different and has their own personality. Okay, let's keep moving. So that's verbal. Let's go to physical. Physical flirting is going to be more so you touching her, right? That's what physical flirting is. Very light touches, a nice seductive handshake very quickly when you first meet her. Okay, maybe when you agree with something, you lightly touch her elbow, her arm, maybe her stomach. I have a lot of videos actually on this channel that show you how to touch a girl physically when you're flirting with her. Maybe pulling her in for a hug when you agree with something that she says. At least giving her a hug goodbye when you first meet her. Going for the kiss when you guys are making a really good connection when you first meet her or after a first date, okay? These are things that also build tension. That's physical flirting. Now, there's also body language flirting. That's going to be you being very confident in your body language that also builds tension. So one example of that is eye contact. Eye contact is a great way to flirt with a girl, making sure you're giving her piercing eye contact when you're talking to her. Okay, smiling and not being completely, monotone and just straight face the whole time. So smile every once in a while looking her in the eye. This is your body language. The way you're talking to her in more of a commanding tone, like the way I'm talking to you, and a downward inflection. Okay, so again, eye contact, the way that you're talking to her with your voice and smiling every once in a while. Make sure that's a little checklist when you're talking to her. And also facing her in conversation. A lot of guys will kind of turn away from her, but look her in the eye. No, face her shoulder to shoulder and mirror her when you're talking to her. Okay, this is your body language. So there you go, breaking it down. Verbal, physical, body language. That is how you do it. And I kind of already answered this question, but when do you do it? You do it the minute you start talking to her, and again, all the way through the interaction, all the way through to the dates, all the way through to the relationship, to the marriage, to the point where you guys are not seeing each other anymore. Flirting is the blood and the gasoline that lights the fire, okay, of the interaction, of attraction, of the relationship. It's the main component that you really need. So make sure you're doing it. If you have trouble with this, my Hooked program at getherhooked.com has a section in there, a video called Effortless Flirting. It's an hour-long video where I dive super deep into more aspects of flirting, how to do it, how to be able to use it in your interactions and breaking it down to a more specific and scientific level to help you. It's called Effortless Flirting. It's in the Hooked program as a bonus. Check it out. Go to getherhooked.com. Get your hands on it today. Thousands of guys already have it, and they email me all the time telling me how much it helps. Check it out if you want to learn flirting and understand it better. I'll see you on the next video.